I'm Lisa Birnbach for Howdini.com. How do you fund a college education? It's a big, big price tag. With us is Carolyn Bigda, reporter for Money Magazine. Good morning.
Good morning.
Carolyn, the average price of a college education at a private school ranges, I guess the average is in the 20s, high 20s?
It's huge today.
Per year.
Tuition and board, we're talking about $30,000 now on average.
That's average because the Ivy League I know is in the 40s, and that's for 1 year. College usually takes 4 years, and you may have more than one child. You have to be independently wealthy, it seems, to pay for your college education, for your kids' college education.
It's an enormous expense, and it's an enormous strain on families' budgets these days. A lot of parents are picking between funding their retirement or sending their kid to college, and both can have enormous implications on their futures. If the parents aren't funding their retirement, they have problems down the road, and if the kids have to take out loans for their college education, then they're left with a huge debt at the end.
That's right. Now, first of all, there are schools that call themselves Needblind. Does that mean that they will take any applicant regardless of his or her ability to pay?
Exactly. When you apply for that school, they're not looking at your finances, they're looking at your qualifications academically for the program.
Schools talk about the package they offer. The package typically consists of grants and funds and work study and all kinds of a mosaic of different monies. Does this mean that kids have to pay those monies back? Can parents pay them back?
It depends. When you receive your financial aid package, there will be different categories that you're awarded. One might be a grant. In a grant, you're not paying it back. It's basically like a scholarship, and that's money that the school is just giving you to use. A work-study program is essentially where the student will have to work while he's studying, and some of that money that he earns helps pay for his books or other living expenses that he'll have. And then you'll also have you'll also have loans, and loans are loans. You borrow the money, and then at the end of school, you pay that money back.
The school borrows the money or shows you where to borrow the money from?
So what you want to do when you do get your package is to make sure that you might want to start with the lenders that the school is recommending, but then also go online and shop yourself, do your homework, see what else is out there. There are a few websites such as simpletuition.com and finaid.org where you can find other lenders and compare the offers that they're making to students today.
As a parent, are you supposed to start saving for your child's college education when he or she is born? I'm not being silly about it.
Yeah, the sooner you start, the better, obviously, because tuition keeps rising at a faster clip than inflation.
Are there many kinds of federal loans available for college education?
Yes, there is a lot of federal loans out there, and there's a myth that if you don't apply for those loans at the start of the year, that the supply runs out. But the federal government is always there to offer loans to families who need them. Students can borrow what are called Stafford loans. They have caps for each year that you're in school, but some of these loans have subsidized interest, or you pay the interest while you're in school. But those rates, no matter what, tend to be lower than what you would find with a private lender. Parents can also borrow loans if the student loans that their child is taking out doesn't cover the cost of the tuition. Then they can borrow what's called a PLUS loan to cover the rest of that expense for them.
So Carolyn, the parents take out a loan, the kids take out a loan. It's going to take forever to pay back.
Yeah, the typical repayment term is 10 years, but it can go as long as 25 years. So this is a big commitment and nothing that you should take lightly when you are applying for these loans.
But it's worth it, right? A college education is a good investment.
It definitely is. Studies show that over a lifetime, a college graduate earns $1 million more than just a high school graduate.
$1 million. Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
For Howdini, I'm Lisa Birnbach.